everyone, so we have fish here again. Cooking with fish. What are you gonna cook for us today?
Pork pilau.
So he's gonna share his version of pork pilau with you all, so I hope you enjoy it. So we have the pork here. This is 5 pounds. What type are you using?
These are leg cuts.
So these are the leg cuts. He's seasoning with salt. And this is just like any other stew chicken or stew meat recipe. So it's the same process. Same seasoning. I'll link his stewed chicken video. I'll link that in the cards above as well as the description box. So you'll see the recipe. So this is some oyster sauce that he just added. This is the Thai sweet chili sauce. And as we always mention, this is just his version, so the ingredients that he's using here is stuff that he likes to use to make his stew. This is some ginger soy sauce, ketchup. Wow, there's a lot of ketchup. Now this is the most important ingredient here, the green seasoning. And this is a combination of shadow beni or bandhania, also called culantro, some garlic, hot peppers, what else you added? Onion, any pimentos?
Yeah, pimentos.
And
pimentos
pimento.
are a must.
Yeah, for green seasoning, we love to add pimento. It just gives such a lovely flavor. It gives you so much flavor but not too much heat. That's where the hot peppers come in, with the heat. So he loves to smell the chicken when you season it. He said he goes by smell. Smell and how it looks too. So ideally it's always best to marinate your meats, but this is just a last minute cook that we decided to do, so he's just gonna let it sit for about half an hour and then he'll cook it. But if you are planning this ahead of time, season it the evening before and let it marinate overnight for much more flavor. The seasonings will really soak into the meat. So this is the first step, add some oil. Well, that's a little bit compared to how much you add the other day.
Alright, well, we're not using a lot of oil today because we're cooking pork and, well, we like the fat in the pork, so we don't want to use too much oil because you'll see a lot of oil in the pot after. And I don't want to give anybody heart attack basically.
Yeah, but you get a heart attack with the gizzard though.
Yeah, well, that was the plan.
Now he's adding the brown sugar. Three tablespoons.
A little, well, yeah, about. That should be enough for the amount of pork we cooking.
So you want the sugar crystals to melt and then caramelize. As you can see, it's starting already, but you have to use a dry spoon and keep turning it just so that it gets heated evenly. Because if you notice, these sides here are starting to melt and there's still big grains here. So you have to make sure the spoon is dry while you do this. Right, so if you notice, the sugar is starting to change color now. It's turning into an amber color. I hope you could see it. And you'll know it's ready when it starts to swell and move towards the sides of the pot. See how it's starting to swell already, and you'll see lots of bubbles on top. So you see how it went from amber to dark amber. That's what you're looking for. Now he's adding in his aromatic. Here you have it.
Onion, garlic, pimento, and hot pepper.
So how long do you want to fry the aromatics?
It's all according to the amount of heat you're using and the pot. I prefer to use a little lower heat when I stew in so that I wouldn't burn the sugar. But you're looking at, you know, like once the pepper starts getting
Soft.
yeah, soft, and you can see that the onions start to get translucent.
So he has the seasoned and marinated pork.
Now I just raise the heat a little higher.
So it was on low for the
It was on low
process.
for the browning of the sugar.
People gonna cuss you about this metal spoon, eh?
Why?
Because it make a noise.
Well, I grew up using this. And when you beat a wood spoon, you don't hear that.
Hey, why you cutting that? That is fresh coconut milk we're using.
Well, it's a kind of fast cook, so we had to use this. I didn't have the time to go and grate coconut. And as you see, it's healthy though, no cholesterol. We're not dealing with no heart attack stuff today. Alright, so this is the bowl that we season the pork in, and I just add water to it, and I also use the remainder of the seasoning from the blender, and I add water to it and just chew it in here. Alright, so we're gonna add the no cholesterol, healthy coconut powder. Alright, and
We live in a country where you could get coconuts in probably every single backyard.
yeah, but we really don't want to do that work today. 5 minutes after chunking.
So this is about 5 minutes after the pot was chunkied. No water was added or anything. This is just the natural liquid that the pork let out. So what you want is for this first water to reduce, and then we'll add that coconut water and the seasoning water. So this might just take about 5 to 10 minutes again until it's completely reduced and it has a very thick, nice coating on the outside. So this will just take about 10 more minutes to completely reduce. So it's nearly completely reduced.
Alright, so at this point we want to add the fresh vegetables, sweet peppers and carrots, and always fresh, not frozen.
It's been frying up for about 3 minutes. And you see that lovely thick sauce that's coating the pork. And it's also coating the veggies. That's what you want. So what's going on here now?
Alright, so as you see, most of the moisture gone. Well, as in all, probably. And we get a good thick coating on everything, so we're gonna add the rice now.
So what type of rice are you using?
Parboiled rice.
And you washed it up?
Yeah, washed it and I let it soak in water for a little while.
And when you let it soak, it doesn't take as much
as long,
to
yeah,
cook.
yeah, it doesn't take as long to cook. Alright, so turn it up. And we're going to add the coconut milk and water to this.
He boot like coconut water. Fake coconut water.
Alright, so we need to add just a little more.
How much cups of rice is?
3.5.
3.5 cups of rice. And how much water? About 8 cups?
Eyeball.
That's about 8 cups, I guess. I would say, yeah, 6 to 8 cups.
And I'm adding a little more water because we need a little more water. As I say, I always try to go to the mark. That is my measurement. This mark.
Why adding that?
This is flavor.
Trini flavor.
Right, true Trini flavor.
People gonna cause you again, eh?
But that is their problem.
This have MSG in it.
Without this, I have Chinese in me, so I need MSG to survive.
Wait, what part do you have Chinese?
The here.
Okay.
Some you add something.
Okay, so
So
he
we're
likes
using-
to add this, right? It does give it a really lovely flavor. But if you wanted to use something else,
you could probably use chicken stock or the bouillon cubes, if that is the way you want to go. But this is the real thing.
yeah.
Right, so
or you
you-
could just omit it completely if you don't
If
want
you
to
want,
use it.
it'll still
yeah.
taste good, but this
But the
is actually
flavor.
enhance the flavor.
Yeah.
Right, and we're using the vegetable soup mix, Maggi, and the thick and spicy.
Okay. And of course, if you want, you could add some pumpkin and a little bit of sweet potato cubed really finely to give it more flavor. You can even add some okras to this, some bhaji. Make it kind of like a pilau bhaji rice.
And adding the okras is a real good thing to this because it tastes real good.
Yeah, it tastes kind of like bhaji rice.
Alright, so we're gonna raise the heat, cover it, and let it go for probably about 15-20 minutes.
Yeah, but keep in mind that this stove, this little ring stove here, it gives off a lot of heat. So this will cook really quickly. If you're doing this on a regular stove with a small burner, it might take a little longer. So how long has it been?
So this was about 15 minutes, I believe.
Wow, look how it's bubbling.
Alright, so now I'm gonna lower the heat a bit because we don't want it sticking.
Yeah.
and we don't want to burn the bottom because, well, I could feel it already started sticking out just a little bit,
That's the bonbon.
but we don't want it to burn too much.
No, but every pilau must have a bonbon
Yes.
though. But so my family is team wet pilau. Some of you like to make a pilau dry. So do you have any tips on if they want a dry pilau?
Well, if they want a dry pilau, they should stop eating pilau. But if they want it, you boil the rice separate and you add it to the pot after you cook the meat. You let the meat reduce as much as possible and you add the rice to it.
Okay. Or add a very small amount
Small
of
amount.
water, cover it, and it's best to cook that on low heat. Don't cook it on high heat. So you just cover it and let it steam.
Yeah, but dry pilau is not pilau.
Yeah, I like wet pilau. So now you're just gonna leave the cover off.
Yes, we're gonna leave the cover off now. Before we leave it a little longer, we're gonna add peas. So green pigeon peas. Normally we use fresh, but peas is out of season right now, so we had to.
And mom used out her supply from the
Yeah,
fridge.
so we had to use a little frozen thing there.
Yeah, this is okay. The fresh.
Right.
This is fresh frozen.
Right, but no tin stuff. I don't like to use anything from the cans because it doesn't taste good to me.
So you like to use the Maggi
Yes.
with chemicals,
That
but
is not chemicals, that is flavor.
okay. I hear you. But yeah, I agree on canned stuff. I prefer frozen.
Alright, but as much fresh stuff as possible. Alright?
You didn't add any celery
No celery.
or chive? None. Okay.
Alright, and one more thing I need to add. Alright, and I like to add it now. Most people like to wait.
Okay.
Right. I know a lot of people don't like to use this.
Yeah, Kevin do like this, so we
but
wouldn't tell him.
we wouldn't tell him, but I like to use it. Just you don't need to use it if you don't want to, or you could just use a little bit. Right, but I mean we lime in, so
So this is called this is salted margarine. The most popular brand here is Golden Ray. This brand we're using today is
it's
French made. And this adds lots of flavor to pilaus, to stews. So it's really your preference and if you want to add it or not. It is, I would say it is traditionally used in Trinidad and Tobago.
Yeah, I grew up with this in pilau.
Yeah.
So. But a lot of people health conscious now and know they're afraid to die.
Well, how I make my pilau is with regular butter. I use Kerrygold salted butter. So instead of using margarine, I use real butter.
Yeah, but a pilau without salted butter is not pilau. Alright, so we're gonna let this go on medium heat until we get the consistency we want.
Okay. And one thing I wanted to mention is that salted butter is very salty. So if you want to taste for salt or anything, wait till you add the salted butter and then taste for salt. Because most likely it does add enough salt to the dish.
Alright, and as the pilau reduces, you want to take it from medium heat to low heat because it will burn. And there's real pressure to wash them, but
So how long it took to get to this stage?
after we uncovered it, it took about 15 minutes, 15 to 20 minutes. Right, and just remember in the finishing process, you lower the heat and you have to keep turning it, otherwise it will burn. Right, and I guess that's it.
Right, so this is the finished pilau, pork pilau. As you can see, it's very wet. As it cools, it does thicken up a little bit. So if you want like a finished, very wet, runny pilau, leave a little more water than this. And of course, if you want it dry, then add less water.